Lecture topic: Acquiring Divine Light.
Ulum and knowledge that our Kabir possessed, that Allah Ta'ala blessed them with. So many a times, very great personalities, they have expressed that it requires a very in-depth understanding to be able to understand what these personalities have written. Hazrat Qasim Naanotuy Sahib Rahmatullah Alayhi, Hazrat Rashid Ahmad Gangohi Rahmatullah Alayhi, many others. Personalities like Hazrat Mufti Mahmud Sahib Rahmatullah Alayhi to say that some of these things only at the time of tahajjud, complete concentration, when this is studied, then it is fully grasped. A person of that caliber, that knowledge, that understanding, who had been the Mufti Azam of India of his time and Faqihul Ummah, and he is saying that this work of Hazrat Naanotuy Rahmatullah Alayhi is only really fully grasped and studied in this manner. Now the question is that where did this ulum come from? Where did this knowledge come from? They were also students like others in their time, obviously very dedicated, but this very in-depth knowledge, this is what is stated in the Hadith Sharif: Man amila bima alima warathahu Allahu ilma ma lam ya'lam. Obviously, every person according to whatever Allah Ta'ala blessed him with, that the person who practices according to his ilm, Allah Ta'ala will bless him with knowledge which he doesn't know. Meaning, what is known as ilm-e-wahbi. One is ilm-e-kasbi, the knowledge that a person has acquired formally, which he has worked, he has studied the kitabs, he has understood it from an ustad. Ilm-e-kasbi, he has made an effort to acquire that. Allah Ta'ala then bless that. And then on that he makes amal, he practices on it externally, internally. There are many things related to the external self, and there are many things related to the internal self, to the heart. So he makes his external self in accordance to this ilm, and his internal self also according to this ilm. Allah Ta'ala blesses him with ilm-e-wahbi. This ilm is not something that is available in kitabs. This ilm is not something that can be found on bookshelves. This ilm is something Allah Ta'ala inspires in the heart. This is that deeper understanding of what is in the Quran and Sunnah. That explanation that comes, one is amazed that this is not found anywhere in other shuruhat and commentaries. So where did this come from? And it is 100% in conformity to what is being explained in the Quran and Sunnah itself. This is an ilm-e-wahbi. But ilm-e-wahbi doesn't come by studying kitabs. That studying kitabs is the ilm-e-kasbi which is necessary. But on that is amal. On that is to make one's life according to that ilm. That then becomes the means of this ilm-e-wahbi, which comes without kitabs. There were those people who did not know much kitabs. They were not even formal ulama. But they had attained such a knowledge and in-depth insight into things, which even ulama of very high caliber would sit at their feet to learn this knowledge from them. Whereas they themselves were not formal ulama. Now where did this come from? Haji Imdadullah Sahib, Muhajir Makki Rahmatullah Alayhi, once Hazrat Thanvi Rahmatullah Alayhi, somebody asked him that what did you go to Hazrat Hadi Sahib for? He was not even a formal alim. He had studied like roughly half the alim course. He was not a formal alim. And what did people like yourself and Hazrat Naanotuy and Hazrat Gangohi go to him for? Thanvi Rahmatullah Alayhi explained something in a very simple way for that person's understanding. He said, look, we had the list of all the sweetmeats and all the ingredients that go into it. I'll give you an example. So now how to make some sweetmeat, some barfi for example. So now what ingredients go into it and how to make it and whatever else, we learned all that. We got all that detailed knowledge. And the Hadi Sahib had already eaten it. So we were still learning it. We had the detailed knowledge of it. He didn't have the finer details of what ingredients should go in it. But he already had that barfi itself. He already had eaten it and he was able to make others taste it also. So this is that ilm-e-wahbi. This comes from amal. This comes from the extent that a person practices on the knowledge that he has already been acquiring and has learned, and to that extent Allah Ta'ala then opens out the doors of this ilm-e-wahbi. Allah Ta'ala gives.
Allah Allah kaisa pyara naam hai, aashiqon ka meena aur jaam hai.